Hello everyone, I'm Erica G. Aquino from BA Ed 2B. So for today's video, I will discuss about the questioning techniques. So bago po natin alamin kung ano nga ba ang questioning techniques, punta po muna tayo sa ating motivation which is a game called Pick a Door. So meron po tayo ditong 4 na pinto. Kaya meron lang po tayong 4 person na magkakaroon ng chance para pumili ng door na gusto nila. So, sa bawat door po may nakalagay na kailangang gawin o sagutin ng mga pipili. So, kunwari po, si person number 1 is pinili niya yung door number 3. Ang nakalagay po sa door number 3 is tell me, who is your first crush or love? So, kailangan pong sagutin ito ni person number 1. And then, si person number 2 naman po is pinili niya po yung door number 2. So, ang nakalagay po sa door number 2 is answer me. If you were invisible for a day, what would you do? So, kailangan niya po itong sagutin. And then, si person number 3 po is pinili niya po yung door number 4. Ang nakalagay po sa door number 4 is what? What are your 3 favorite things about yourself? So, kailangan niya rin po itong sagutin. And then, the last one po is si person number 4. At ang natitirang door na lang po is yung door number 1. So, ang nakalagay po sa door number 1 is sing a song. So, kailangan pong kumanta ni person number 4. Yun po ang ating motivation for this topic. Questioning techniques. The art of questioning is the most important aspect in this strategy. The teacher must be well exposed to various ways of posing questions to students. Gershon 2014 identified the different questioning techniques that social studies teacher can use. So, the art of questioning daw po is ito po yung isa sa pinaka-importanteng aspect in this strategy. So, yung teacher daw po dapat po is alam niya po yung mga questioning techniques para mas madali na lang po sa kanilang makipag-interact sa students. Might questions. Might is defined as to express doubt or a lower possibility. We use might when we are not sure about something in the present or future. Example, what might history be? What might answer to that social issue? So, this question does not limit the possible responses among the learners, but rather it opens up a range of possible responses that allows the learners to reason out. Their answer may not be correct, but their explanation might put all things right. Including the word might signal the learners that they need to use critical thinking to create arguments relevant to the questions. What if questions is a questions that ask someone to imagine what might happen or what might have happened. You say what if at the beginning of the question when you ask about the consequences of something happening, especially something undesirable. Examples: what if there is an earthquake? What shall we do? What if you become the mayor? What program shall you implement? These kind of questions bring out the creativity, speculation, and rationality among the learners. It allows the learners to think in a totally different perspective that is usually grounded on what they believe in. It could be a great way to assess the learner formatively because it allows them to answer based from the learnings they had. So, different roles questions. This type of questions allows the learners to have glimpse of possible roles they might portray in the real world. This strategy is a nice representation of the outside world and gives the learners the chance to evaluate themselves. So, examples po nito is, you are the judge. Will you give your verdict in favor of the suspect? You are the teacher and you are expected to guide your learners. If there is a naughty pupil, will you spank him and or her? Socratic questioning. This question style combines all the aforementioned form of questioning. Socrates has been known in history as a master of ancient questioning to achieve wisdom. Throughout his life, he spent so much time asking people questions for the purpose of revealing falsehood. So, ito pong Socratic questioning po, yung mga type of questioning po na katulad po ng might question, what if question, and different roles question po is pinagsama-sama na po siya dito sa Socratic questioning. So, scholars divided Socrates questions into 4 types, which is the gadfly questions, stingray questions, midwife questions, and the ignoramus questions. Gadfly questions. This allows teachers to ask several questions to push the learners to answer questions. Example, what are the elections all about? How important it is for people to participate in elections? What if people were not allowed to vote? What will happen? When you reach the legal age, will you practice your right vote? So, gadfly questions, this is achieved by asking students why, when, what, who, and how. This type of questions challenge the students to think more deeply about the topic being learned. Stingray question. This question lead to sudden change in course of questions. Sometimes this associated to the drift in the situation. Example, you said that love is the answer. Will love change the situation of the poor? Imagine that poverty is not applicable to your case. Would you still pursue your career as an artist? So, stingray questions. The teachers ask direct questions which aim to introduce a shock to the discussion with the aim of moving the discussion into a new direction. Midwife questions. From the name itself, these questions are used to elicit new ideas to the learners. Examples. That is very good point. Can you elaborate it further? How might that idea change the lives of Filipinos? What made you say that idea? So, midwife questions. So, dito po yung mga binibigay o tinatanong ng mga questions ng mga teachers sa students ay nagkakaroon sa kanila ng bagong idea about doon sa mga tinatanong nila. Kumbaga, mas magiging interesado sila kasi may panibago na naman silang matututunan about doon sa topic na itinuturo ng teachers. Ignoramus questions. In here, teacher play them for them to elicit responses among the learners. Example, I don't understand. Can you further explain it to me? So do you mean that? What does your answer mean? So, ignoramus questions. So, teacher act like ignoramus, pretending they know absolutely nothing about the topic in order to ask students to explain the topic to them in detail. So, yun lang po. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig.